What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K21 Next Gen for another build guide video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing y'all how to build the Steph Curry build. Now this is one of the best point guard builds in the game without a doubt. It can shoot really well, obviously it can play make really well, it has pretty good defense, finishing, and physicals as well. So it's a really good all around point guard build for park, rec, pro-am, whatever you're playing. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video here. Alright, so in this first screen, nothing really matters too much. The only thing that's important is you want the position to be a point guard, obviously. Hand, jersey number, name, none of that matters. You can set that up however you want. Then go ahead and click continue. Now for the second screen right here, first off for the height, you just want to stay at 6'3". This is the perfect height for this build, and it's obviously Steph Curry's height in real life. So 6'3" right here is the perfect spot to be. That lets you get your 3-pointer, mid-range, all up to 95. Your speed with ball, that'll all get up to 95 at 6'3" right there. And then you can go down to weight right here. For weight, you just want to bring this down a bit right here to 180 pounds. And you can see this will get your speed, acceleration, and speed with ball all up to max. So you don't need to go any lower than this because you won't gain anything. Your strength and your interior defense will just go down and you won't gain anything. So there's no point in going to minimum weight for this build. You just go to 180 pounds right here so that you can max out all of your important attributes right there. Then for the wingspan right here, you just want to go +1 to 6'8". You can see this will bring your driving dunk up to a 95, as well as a couple of your rebounding and block statistics go up a little bit as well. You could go one higher, you lose one ball handle, and you don't really gain anything, so I don't think it's really worth going one higher, but I'm going to put it right here at 6'8". You could go one higher though at 6'9" right there if you want. And then for the body shape right here, this doesn't matter. It doesn't affect how the build plays at all. It doesn't affect the attributes in any way. All it changes is how the build looks. So I would say closest to Curry would probably be compact. So this is the one that I'm going to take right here, compact. Go ahead and click continue, but again you can take whichever one you like the look of the best. Now for the attribute and badge distribution for this build, first off for finishing, you don't need to put too much into finishing because honestly you don't need a ton of finishing badges to finish consistently at the rim. So all that I'm going to put is the driving layup up to an 89 right here, and then the driving dunk up to a 92. And the reason I'm doing this is because it will give you 4 finishing badges, so you can get Hall of Fame posterizer, which is really all you're going to need. So it's not exactly like a Steph Curry build because obviously Steph Curry, I wouldn't say is a super posterizer dunk type of build, but basically every single build in this game has posterizer. So if you don't have it on your build, you might be at a slight disadvantage in certain situations. But if you want a build that doesn't have as much finishing or doesn't have as much dunking and is really more focused just on shooting, playmaking, and defense, I have a Trae Young build which is similar to this one that you can check out if you want. I'll put the link in the corner now, or I'll put it at the end of the video as well if you want to compare it to this build once you're done watching this video. I'll put it at the end and I'll also put it in the description. But this is how the finishing is going to be for this build. Then for the shooting right here, obviously you need to have really good shooting if you're going to be like Steph Curry. So you got to max out the mid-range, the 3-pointer, and then you're going to bring the free throw up to a 57 right here, and this gives you 18 shooting badges. Now I know you might be thinking 18 is not a ton of shooting badges, but think about it, you have a 95 mid-range and 95 3-pointer. People green consistently with no shooting badges and their attributes like that. So having 18 shooting badges, especially when you can get all of the best ones onto Hall of Fame, is more than enough. You'll be perfectly good at shooting from anywhere on the court with this build. No doubt, you're going to be lights out just like Curry. Then you can go down to the playmaking right here. For playmaking, you just want to max out ball handle, speed with ball, and then move your pass accuracy up right here to a 54. This is so you get these 13 playmaking badges, and you can get a lot of the most important ones: ankle breaker, handles for days, quick first step, and unpluckable. You can get most of the most important ones onto Hall of Fame, so that's really good. You can't get dimer or floor general. If you want to get those, you have to move up to pass accuracy a little bit more, but honestly you shouldn't really need those unless your teammates really are not the best at the game. But again, if you want a build that has those, make sure you check out my Trae Young build that will be in the description as well. But this is how the playmaking is going to be for this build. I promise you'll be good like this. The pass accuracy is more than enough. My big man has a 25 pass accuracy, and I have no problem throwing any passes, deep outlet passes, everything. They're always completed, so you'll be definitely good with a 54 pass accuracy right there. Then for the perimeter defense, you want to max this out, and then you want to go down to the defensive rebound right here and just max this out. You can see this gives you 9 defense badges, and you can get most of the most important ones like clamps onto Hall of Fame, pick dodger onto Hall of Fame. You can get rebound chaser up to gold, so that's really cool, and 9 defense badges will be more than enough. And then you can go down to your physicals right here. You just want to max out speed, acceleration, and stamina just like that. And then you can see you have a few extra attributes right here. There's a few different places you could put it. I don't recommend upgrading your steal or your close shot, obviously. I mentioned this in every build guide because these things just eat up attributes. You can see you can only get this up to a 37. It gets you 1 extra badge. That's okay. If you go down to steal, you can only get this up to a 28. It doesn't get you any extra badges, so that's not really good. But you could put it somewhere like block and get that all the way up to a 49, so you'll actually be able to block shots with that, and it gets you up to 10 defense badges, so that's good. You can't actually get any more playmaking or shooting badges, so there's no point in upgrading those. And same thing with your driving layup and your driving dunk. You can't get any extra from this. You could get it from close shot. You could get up to 5 finishing badges, or if you upgrade standing dunk, you could get up to 6. But for me, I'm just going to put these remaining attributes right here into block, so I can get that up to a 49 since it helps shot contests in the paint, which is really good. So this is going to be the final attribute and badge setup for this build. 4 finishing, 18 shooting, 13 playmaking, and 10 defense. You might think that's not a ton of badges, but trust me, it'll be more than enough with all your 93, 94, 95 attributes that you have here. You'll be able to do everything that you need to do with this build. So once you have it looking like this, you can go ahead and click continue. Now for the takeover right here, obviously a ton of personal preference depending on your playstyle. Some of the best ones would probably be finishing moves, easy blow-bys, pull-up precision, ankle breaker shots. Both of these ones are good. Extreme clamps is really good, and so is enhanced jump shot contest. So you do have access to a lot of the best takeovers right here. The ones that I'm going to take for the Steph Curry build is obviously limitless range, and I'm also going to take ankle breaking shots right here so I can get some ankles, shoot from super deep just like Steph Curry. That's how I'm going to set it up, but obviously personal preference depending on your playstyle. You can set it up however you want. I'm going to go ahead and confirm it like this though. Boom. And as you can see, two-way shot creator, shades of Damian Lillard, Steve Nash, and Ja Morant, but obviously super similar to Steph Curry, and it'll definitely play like him. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you the final attributes as well as how to put on the badges for this build. I recommend you stick around for this. It'll only take a second or two, and it should hopefully help you guys out make this build as best as possible. But first off, for the finishing badges right here, I'm just going to go ahead and get Posterizer onto Hall of Fame so you can get all those contact dunks. Slithery Finisher is also really good. Heat Seeker is good if you took a slashing takeover. But for me, Posterizer on Hall of Fame is the way to go for this build. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. Now for the shooting right here, I'm going to get Hot Shot onto Hall of Fame since I chose a shooting takeover. Then I'm also going to get Hot Zone Hunter onto Hall of Fame. As long as you have hot zones, this is a really good badge. If you don't have hot zones, you don't really need this badge, but if you do, you're definitely going to want it. Then I'm going to get Deep Threes onto Hall of Fame, obviously. Then I'm going to get Deadeye onto Gold, Blinders onto Bronze, and Stop and Pop onto Silver, just like that. This is how I'm going to set up the shooting badges for this build. Obviously there could be a little personal preference and you could change it around for your playstyle if you play different than me, but this is a pretty good overall badge layout for this build that you could set up yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm it like this. Now onto playmaking badges right here. First off, I'm going to get Handles for Days onto Hall of Fame, and also Quick First Step onto Hall of Fame. Those are two of the most important playmaking badges that you for sure are going to want. Then I'm also going to get Unpluckable onto Gold, Ankle Breaker onto Bronze, and Space Creator onto Bronze, just like that. This is so you can get all the ankles with just Ankle Breaker on Bronze and Space Creator. Those will be good enough. Unpluckable on Gold will be good enough. You shouldn't be getting the ball stolen too much, and Quick First Step and Handles for Days are two of the most important badges in the game, so you're going to want to have those onto Hall of Fame. Then go ahead and click yes. Now for the defense badges right here, you're going to want Clamps all the way up to Hall of Fame, as well as Pick Dodger up to Hall of Fame, as long as you're playing the on-ball defender, so you're going to be probably running into screens a decent amount. You're going to want to have this badge onto Hall of Fame so your big man doesn't have to come up and help and then end up getting alley-ooped on. This is a pretty important badge this year, really underrated. And then with your last two right here, you have some personal preference. I'm just going to put Rebound Chaser onto Silver, but obviously you could go a little bit different if you want to, but this is how I'm going to set up the badges right here. Go ahead and say yes. And there you guys go. That is how you build the best Steph Curry build in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe to my channel if you're new. I upload daily NBA 2K21 content, build guides, jump shots, tips and tricks, and I also stream on Twitch. My Twitch link will be down in the description below. Make sure you go follow me over there. But anyways, that's going to be it. Alright. Peace.